The Mandalorain, Season 2, Episode 1, titled Chapter 9, The Marshal. And this episode is, of course, the return of the Emmy Award winning series, the second season, to the live action Star Wars show and all that kind of stuff, in terms of Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian, the title character himself, and blah 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 blah. And of course, there's been a lot of announcements about certain characters showing up in this season, so of course everyone's kind of looking forward to this. And of course, the first season is incredible. So the internet and the fan base is hyping it up. I was hyping it up. I was like, oh my god, it's Mandalorian today. Oh my god, and I watched it. I just saw the episode like 5 minutes ago. I watched it and I thought it was good. I thought it was good. Like a 7 out of 10 type episode. You know what I mean? And it could be just me being like, oh my god, and thinking it's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Well, in reality, it's like, okay, it's good. I mean, the story is that Mando, the Mandalorian, is heading to Tatooine again, because he went up. He goes back to Tatooine to find this other Mandalorian to hopefully help him on his quest to find Baby Yoda's home. Let's be honest. I know the character's name is a child, but let's be honest. Forever and ever and ever. Like the child's name could be named Bob or we bloody know, and he would still be called Baby Yoda. People were confused. Like no. It's like the fan base is like, no, we created the name, not you. We created the name. Nope, you. We did. So you could call him Shabbily Doodah, and his name will still be Baby Yoda. He'll be a teenager. They might do the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, or maybe Baby Groot, adult child, back to teen. He might be a teenager. So he'll still be called Baby Yoda. Anyway, but yeah, I thought this episode's good. Like the one thing I won't lie. At the beginning, I was like, really, we're going back to Tatooine? Like, how many times have we gone to Tatooine? I get it with the prequels, with Anakin's link to it, and Luke, that's the planet that we, been there since day one. But yeah, like, this is a galaxy. This is not a neighborhood where, like, there's only, like, 5 shops. It's only, like, 2 towns, like, a two-way street where, like, seems like Tatooine's, like, the town that everyone goes to. But when I saw the story in form, I'm like, okay, they're going to go different in this story of it. But what I really enjoy by it is that it still keeps the Western feel. That season 1 was heavily inspired by Westerns, I think, because like George Lucas, Seven Samurai, that whole thing, right? And this one's heavily by it. I mean, even the point of like having I try not to hit spoilers here, but you have certain characters popping up, and I introduce like a old man in the West. Like we visit this town, and the bigger threat thing that equals some action sequences is that there's this like beast, this giant like worm type creatures that's terrorizing a town. So Mando's becomes like the man no name, like a Clint Eastwood type character who is trying to save this town from this beast, and or they call it a dragon. And I was like, while watching, I was like, I really enjoy. I love how they're still keeping it. I mean, really heavily by the Western, like when Mando enters this town, it's a very Mando name type thing, like a stranger entering a town type feel. You have characters saying, well, when these people came around these parts, you're ready for like to have the Toy Story Woody swing to say there's a snake in our boots. Like you think that's going to happen. I enjoyed that. I try not to hit spoilers here. Like, I don't want to be like, I know the announcer, or at least Hollywood Reporter announcer, and that kind of thing. Um, so there might be like, well, everybody knows. Well, not everyone knows about. It came out. It's coming back. It's coming to live action. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hit specific spoilers, knowing it is Star Wars, and have people are very like what normally isn't a spoiler is a spoiler kind of situation. It's it's a good episode. It's a good episode. There's a good action sequence. A good the town versus a good action sequence. There's a twist in there that I kind of knew the cliffhanger that might be coming. But let's see how things unfold. Let's see how this goes. All I will say, it's a good way to open. It's not like, oh my god, like the first episode. I think because the first episode was brand new, and we looked at the technology and how we were like, oh my god, this is 100% looks like a movie, and that whole thing, and now that's gone. It's now comes down to, okay, let's see how the story goes. Let's see how